because we all in the room chilling and shit, drinking and shit. And I go to him to see what he's doing. I go to his kitchen. I start taking mad cookies out the jar and shit.
Chocolate chip.
So then I see him in the cut, and I see him like on the computer. And he's mad like diligent, like he's working this shit. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So then I see him and he's buying kicks.
Yeah.
And then he's showing me shit. I'm like, oh
It's
shit.
dirt cheap.
So I'm like, hold up. I got a computer at home too, but we don't use it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like a work thing. So then I went right on my computer, got on eBay, and then I found Nike Unlimiteds.
Yeah.
You know the Duke Up Tempos?
Yep.
Yes.
You know the short ones? The
low tops.
And they had the purple in them?
Yes.
They never came back out.
Yeah.
I found those. Trainer XLs with the teal in them. Nigga, I bought all of that shit because I had the bread. I didn't get, nigga, them shits was $25.
Yeah.
Dirt
I bought them,
cheap.
but back then it was all money order. So
Yes.
you had to go to fucking the post office, send the money order out,
Delivery confirmation.
and I forgot about it. I was like, fuck it. If
get
they don't
charged,
come,
you
they
get
don't come. You know what is it like? Fucking $100 that I just spent.
Yeah.
Not
Then
even.
all of a sudden, shit pops up in my door.
And it was like Christmas time.
That's when shit changed, and that's when it was like, son, eBay.
Yeah.
It's on. Now I start looking for everything on eBay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like anything I could find. Polo, North Faces.
Everything.
My favorite North Face, and I learned this shit more so in the going into the graph side of it. Because I was onto North Faces early. I had Bubble early. There was a store my father used to go to. He didn't remember when I asked him, but you probably do. It was called Mr. Joe's Fashion. It was on 36th and 8th Avenue.
Yeah, that was down the block from BJ's. The next
AJ.
yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yes,
The fake
AJ's.
AJ, the fake
Yeah.
BJ.
That's my boy
AJ's.
store. Get Set. Get Set on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And they had all the Vask in there too.
Yes.
All the colors.
Yeah.
So boom.
It was McDonald's, then Mr. Joe's.
Mr.
And then,
Joe's.
Yeah, it was the right
and
side.
remember the other store up the block, the Indians, and they had all the teddy bear shirts? It was like a
T-shirts.
gift store.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So boom, Mr. Joe's Fashion, they've been around since, I think, the
Yeah.
80s.
You
maybe.
walk in and you go to the right. It was like two stores in one.
And they had North Faces.
Yes,
they had
yes.
everything. So I got my first pair of Clark Wallabies in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I got my first North Face in there.
Yeah.
Because my father knew the owner. They were Trinidadian.
Yeah.
So my pops knew them and shit. So boom, my pops used to take me there as a little kid, dude. And I'm talking about like 1990. So I remember one time we go there, boom, pull up. My pops had the big ass Buick station wagon. You remember them shits?
Absolutely.
They're like big boats.
Yep.
Like turning the corners like a fucking steering the shit. So me and my sisters used to be in the back of that shit because it was a long thing, and we'd be playing, jumping around in that motherfucker. So he would leave us inside playing this shit while he goes in the store, like he's standing outside talking to the dude. So they had just introduced, and I no lie, I saw Astro tags. This was like my first time seeing it as a little kid. I didn't even know what it was. So they had just introduced ATMs into the street, like putting them outside. So they put an ATM in front of the store. It was brand new. So I came out with my father this day, and we parked like toward the McDonald's, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or like
McDonald's
up the block.
34th, 35th.
Yeah, we parked there.
Yeah.
Or some shit. We parked before Mr. Joe's.
Yeah.
So we walk it, or after actually. So we walk into Mr. Joe's, me and my father, and there's a train station right there that goes down into the sea. So there's a nigga just standing there, right? And he got all black on. He got like Lokes on and shit. He had the Timberland chuckers, army suit and shit. And this is back when 34th was grimy. And all the boosters used to be on 34th.
Yeah.
All the criminals in New York used to be on 34th
Yeah.
Street back then. That shit was a cesspool. So
And 8th Ave was always bad.
And then
Eighth
Giuliani
Ave was
came.
always bad.
Yeah, that's the worst McDonald's in New York.
Port Authority.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
the Burger King?
Yes.
My dude, that shit was hell on earth. But so boom, there's this nigga standing there, and he's trying to sell gold to my father. He just probably robbed somebody for, right?
Yeah.
So my father's looking at it, and he's like, nah, I'm good. So we go to Mr. Joe's and shit, chilling. So boom, he sees a parking spot there, then we go back, because he wants to talk to the guy for mad long. Pull back around. Now we're in front of the store. And this time I'm sitting in the car. And some white dude, no lie, this nigga's out of a movie. Like he had on the button up, he had the slacks on, he had like a pink sweater tied around his neck with the glasses. You don't remember that old shit in the trains? Like it showed you like about people getting mugged and those guys were black with the broken.
Yeah.
He was one of those. Like some preppy motherfucker from Connecticut. So he goes up to the ATM to use it. brand new. I never seen an ATM before in my life. He pulls out a fat stack of money. Yo, the same nigga that was trying to sell a chain to my father just runs up out of nowhere. Son, he rocked him so crazy. The dude knocked out. He fell out and he was like knocked out for like a good like 5 seconds. Then he gets up. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then he goes and the guy ran up toward Macy's. And then he sees him. He gets up and tries to chase him. And everybody's like, yo, my man, don't do it. Leave it alone. Don't chase that guy into that block. And the guy was just there dumbfounded, like he didn't know what to do. And then we get in the car. We going back up to the crib and shit. And these niggas back then, you know where the New York Times building is right now? Mm-hmm. That shit used to be a big fucking a parking lot, an outdoor parking lot. Yeah. And they had scaffolding on it and shit. Yeah. That's why I saw Astro tags and shit. And there was 2 niggas there. It's right across the street from Port Authority.
Yeah, 8th and 41st.
They were fighting. One nigga had the Rambo knife with the big compass on the back of it.
The compass. Yep.
Yo,
and he opened it up and held the matches.
He was fighting, and the one nigga was just fighting with his hands. The other nigga was just fighting with the knife. The dude with his hands, yo, his whole shit was slashed up, bleeding, but he was holding his shit down. And the guy wasn't stabbing him, but he was like slicing him and shit. And I'm just watching this shit as a little kid, bro. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. And fucking people are just walking by with briefcases and shit, like they didn't even give a fuck. Yeah. Like it was just normal. And I'm like dumbfounded by looking at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mad, like traumatized and shit. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. And we kept it moving. And then after that, I started walking myself, like from the crib. I would walk through Hell's Kitchen into Times Square. And back then, son, like, yo, bitches was outside with the titties out, butt naked. Yo, it was mad fucking prostitution in that part of 40 Deuce and Hell's Kitchen back then. That shit was crazy. And I would just be walking through this shit like, yo, this is wild, bro. This shit is wild over here. And then but I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when, like, you know, I started exploring, going downtown. Port Authority era. Exactly. And I would come out to Brooklyn, like around here and shit and all that. I would just come through. That's one thing I used to do. I would be like, fuck it. I want to go see what's over there, graffiti-wise. I want to see all this shit. And I would come through, catch marker tags and shit like that. Queens, all them neighborhoods. That's how I knew Mayhem and all them dudes. They knew who the fuck I was before I knew who they were. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we seen your tags all the way out here in the back of Jamaica. Like, what the fuck you was doing out here? Back then, we was just dealing with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you go up to
the network.
Like, exactly. It was a network. We didn't know how to find new shit. I'll go get some shit from somebody. Yeah. Not rabbit, but like, you know, say I did go up to you, like, yo, I want a P tennis or something. Yeah. I come get it. The fucking collar is flipped inside out, beat up, and this shit is hemmed out. Yeah. Eats. It's been percolated throughout the whole city. Everybody had it. You know what I'm saying? He was finding shit brand new. So I'm like, how you finding this shit? So his father put him on the eBay early. Yeah. So there was a few people that were on eBay early. Yeah. Rebel was probably one of them.
C's was on eBay early too.
Was he?
Yeah.
I was buying Jordans for $20.
He got a lot of low early on that.
That's crazy.
Like he found it and he sold something and somebody came to his door and he was like, what the hell is this? Through eBay.
That's crazy. Yeah. So Cez was going on eBay. He was finding the Transantarctic jackets, the rare colors, and buying them new with tags and shit, dude, for like $40.
You remember when the Cartoon Stadium came out?
Yeah.
And then it was rare for a minute?
Yeah.
And then eBay every week had one? Yeah. Remember that?
I don't.
It's one of the best button-ups, and then it was like a throw-in.
It devalued. eBay, every week there was a new one.
I like it to this day. So remember, back then, what was heavy value? That's devalued now. I remember
Boots, outdoorsmen.
Swiss knit.
Yeah,
that knit was known.
I had the Eagle K.
The top
I had 2
dog.
of them.
That was the top
it was
dog.
like, oh my God, the Grail. And then it was like.
And now the shit don't mean nothing. But a lot of people nowadays, they don't know that.
I remember when a flag knit held weight.
It did.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, now they make 400,000 colors.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like bears.
Even the sit-down bear held weight back then.
Yeah.
But and also back then, what a lot of people don't know is everything had to be XL, and it was worth more if it was an XL.
Yes. Exactly. Nobody wanted small, medium, 100%. Large. It was like they offended you.
New niggas don't know this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a thing.
XL was
had to be an XL. Yes. That was like so even the littlest dudes were running around.
XLs.
Looking like parachutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? yo, Cez would be
looking
outside.
like ravens.
Yo, it looked crazy. So, but XL was what held the most weight. You know what I'm saying? So Cez started copping shit on eBay and shit, and then he put me on. I'll go to his crib. We would go to his crib, and his mother just thought we went to the school with him. Because we would lie and say we went to school with him. We bring Remo there. We told him that Remo's part of the basketball team.
Oh, man.
His mother believed all that shit.
I love it.
Yo, and then So I'll be like, Cez will be in the cut on his computer. Because back then, everybody didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
Right. That was rare. Like, now it's an everyday thing. But back then, like, to have a computer, a family computer was rare. And it was more so for work.